Shortly after Monty died, he told me that I needed to get a Merkaba. I looked around but couldn't find one. Several years later, Gordon Hughes came to visit me with some friends. I opened the door and he placed this Merkaba in my hands. And he said, "I believe you need this." I could not believe it. I treasure this. It's in the study every day with me, and it's in my bedroom at night. I would like to introduce you to Gordon Hughes. Hello, Gordon.
Hello, and thank you for inviting me today. I think we'll go straight into the Merkaba.
Yes.
Or the Merkaba star, as
Yes.
which is. It goes back a long way in time, but the shape is the shape. We have this Merkaba star around our body, and the reason why we should use this pattern is to bring this code or frequency around our body to empower our spirit. If you remember the police, we are spirits in the material world. So just as plants need water to grow, we as spirits need spiritual energy by which our spirit can be watered. So these Merkaba stars are tools by which we can remember who we are. And it is simply that. It is a tool for us to remember who we are. I've been making these tools for now over 20 years, and it's been quite a journey.
What drew you into it in the first place?
I went to a Body, Mind and Spirit festival.
Yes.
In the Royal Horticultural Halls in London.
I know it, yes.
25 years plus ago, and I came across a gentleman there, Dr. Fred Bell,
yes,
from the United States, and he was talking about the Pleiadians.
Yes.
And he was introducing these pyramids and other things, technologies.
Yes.
And with my background in engineering, I was looking at these tools. My creativity got the better of me, and
yes,
said I could do this.
Yes.
Not knowing that the training for such tools I had long ago before I came to Earth.
Yes.
So the physical manifestation of them, to make them in the material, I had that training as a welder,
yes,
as a pipe fitter welder.
Yes.
So that was not a problem.
But the important thing, Gordon, is you know the codes to put into each piece. And that is extremely important, isn't it?
Well, it's not the physical manifestation of such a tool. The material by which you construct the Merkaba star is important.
Yes.
Because the metal, this is made of brass.
Yes.
And it can be programmed because it has a crystalline structure.
Yes.
The matrix.
Yes.
Can be programmed with a specific code.
Yes.
And that code is for self-development and self-awareness for
yes,
the individual.
Yes.
And the collective.
Yes.
This is the code which was given to me before I came to Earth.
Yes.
As a pre-scientist, a sacred geometrist.
Yes.
And anyone can make them, but it's the code which is important.
Absolutely
by
correct.
Which
yeah.
The analogy is, let's just say, Veronica, your home. You have there's a door, lock on the door.
Yes.
So, in order for you to get into the door, you need the key.
Yes.
So, for instance, the key will unlock the door.
Yes.
So you need the code. The key is the code.
That's right.
The key codes.
Mhm.
So that will allow you to align yourself with your, for want of a better word, your ancestral
Yes.
genetic patterning, your totally who you are, your I am presence.
Yes. Yes. You do amazing designs. Designs that I've never seen anywhere else. They're fascinating.
They fascinate me because I'm only a vessel for
I know.
for them to come through. So I sit, channel, and just sit in silence and draw things on paper,
Yes.
and then because of the way the blessings that they've given me to be of service
Yeah.
here, I can see in the 3D and then I can make them because of my skill.
That's fantastic.
And there are so many designs and tools by which they want to bring to earth now at this time.
Yes.
Well, the Merkaba star
Yes.
is basically heaven coming to earth.
Yes.
So it's a male and female balance,
Yes.
and the two come together and make the Merkaba, or the Merkaba star, and that pattern aligns through the galactic centre
Yes.
to the heavens, and then that. Yes, I won't complicate it, but we'll just keep it simple.
Yes. Yes. Will you show us some more of your wonderful?
There are many systems called Stargates,
Yes.
or star portals. They're basically portable ley lines.
Yes.
So whenever you place them on a line or in any position, they will align to the stars above
Yes.
and through the Earth's meridians.
Yes. That looks like a Sputnik, doesn't it?
It is a very interesting.
It is, isn't it?
And there's more than one design from this, and I've made several of this specific design, and it goes into more legs and more complicated geometry.
Yes.
The more you release the onion layers from your patterning, from the old programming, shall we say.
And that must go at this time. So we need every assistance we can find to help us release from the control system.
Exactly. It's releasing the old patterning and allowing us to free ourselves and free humanity.
Yes.
So I create these tools with the guidance from Spirit, with the programming codes. And
I love that.
simple, they've wanted me to bring through certain designs, and I've held back for many years.
Yes.
I've made them and put them on the shelf, but
Yes.
it's been very difficult in order to do these, because you need funding for this, and this is what I've been asking for a long time, but I know there'll be people out there who will want to help to bring this through, so that has been my prayers.
Yes.
My prayers will be answered, I know.
Yes.
But this specific tool, this pattern is like, for want of a better word, it's crowning glory.
Yes.
Bringing the star, Merkaba, down through the body and down, activating the body's energetic field with a specific code.
Yes.
I don't feel necessary to go into depth about these codes.
Yes.
But the relevant people who will be called to use such a tool will know that this,
you know instinctively, don't you?
It's coming from the heart.
Yes. I had the pleasure of sitting in one of your great big Stargates, And that is quite something. To feel the energy from the Stargate is amazing, isn't it?
Yes, it's, as I said before, it's heaven, bringing heaven to earth.
Yes.
And aligning us as a seed, a star seed or a star being,
Yes.
to align ourselves in that heavenly energy.
I know.
In a simple manner, we have two. It's just imagine there's two spheres,
Yes.
and these two spheres come together in each centre.
That's right.
And in this sacred geometry, it's called the Veronica Pisces,
Yes.
which is heaven and earth coming together.
Yes.
So we are in earth and we're in heaven at the same time. So
Yes.
that energy from above is there.
I
And this
know.
is the function of the Stargate, or the Star Gateway,
Mm-hmm.
to bring heaven to earth,
Yes.
and to water our soul
I know.
as a being of light.
That's right. And you have this amazing one as well.
There's
Yes.
there are so many I haven't
I know.
been able to do, but I've had the pleasure of going round the world to place these.
Yes.
For many people have ordered them over the years,
Yes.
and this is quite an amazing structure. There's many designs around the one design.
Yes.
There's, it's endless, and your creativity can go.
I know. But you make that into an enormous one
Yes,
that one can sit under.
there's 7 feet, 12 feet.
Yeah.
I do have some of these designs in a larger scale, which
Mhm.
I don't have with me. Obviously, it'd be a bit difficult to put in this room.
Yes.
But then there are other tools, like these tools, for instance, which are for activating the grids, the sacred grids of the
Yes.
as they're termed, the galactic codes and frequencies around the body.
Yes.
Because the same patterns are outside the fields.
Yes.
So it's fields within fields within
Yes.
fields, or
Yes.
codes within the codes within the codes.
Mhm.
And there is a system of it's technology to activate these codes and frequencies.
Yes.
And whether you're sensitive or not, you can feel these activations.
Oh yes.
They align your body's several layers through to your I am presence.
Yes.
It's basically taking the onion layers off, but
Yes.
because of this, the density in the 3D here,
Mhm.
it takes time for us to process this information,
That's right.
and each individual goes through their own process. And this has been what I've been doing over the many years, is activating and attuning
Yes.
people in a workshop situation, and a group situation,
Yes.
and an individual situation.
Yeah.
But still, it is only a tool. But once you learn to use the tool, you do no longer need the tool, because you are the tool.
Yes.
You have the frequencies, and these codes can run through
Yes.
your hands, your fingers, through your third eye, through your
Mhm.
heart. The intention of, and the purity. I've worked with many people over the years, and there is a purity which is required, shall
Oh,
we
yes.
say. It's required
Yes.
to do this work.
I know.
So I always used to ask, why me?
Oh, we all do that.
We all do that.
Everybody who has a mission always says, well, why do I have to do it? you know?
Exactly.
Yes.
So it's this technology for me to bring
Yes.
to Earth and
Yeah.
to empower people.
That's
And
right.
It's just accepting the gifts which Spirit gave you.
Yes. And to recognise them.
Yes, to recognise them.
That's very important, because some of us, no, not me, not me. And eventually you just have to wake up and realise, I'm sorry, it is you.
It is.
And you just go with it then.
It's in the allowing. You have to allow yourself to awaken.
That's right.
And this is, for me, it's been, I can only speak from my own personal experience, is that, since I met Dr. Fred Bell and then started working with the pyramidal structures, that something clicked, started to click, and then a wave of things, and then I met a group of people in Devon that we started making at the Starlight Centre in Devon.
It's as though suddenly you're recognising things for what they are, not what you were told they were. And once you link in and become aware of this earth that we live in, and forget what you were taught in school, university and all that, that was wrong. We've got to go back and link with the truth. And you have done that.
It's linking with your ancestral heritage.
That's right.
And that is what is happening now on a collective level.
Yes.
So, there's lots of help out there.
Yes.
So we just have to take, the word I hear inside is take advantage. You have to take advantage of what is given.
That's right.
And at different times,
that's right.
There's a calling for certain things for us to move forward.
I know. You have another amazing one just up there. That one. With the door on it, which fascinates me.
I'll just put this down. This was one that someone asked me was they commissioned it.
Yes.
So I set about creating it. So this shape they wanted in the garden I'd say throne, for want of a better word.
Yes.
So they can sit inside and meditate, and then they have a doorway by which they open up and they come in. But we never ended up completing on this. They couldn't decide whether they wanted it or not. But it is quite an amazing structure.
It is.
When you finish off the pieces.
Yes.
It's basically a stellated dodecahedron, which is basically with points.
Yeah.
And there are many other ways you can amplify this with crystals, with magnets. Yes, there's many other people doing other types of technology where you can enhance the vibration of these. But
would you like to talk to us about your experiences in Egypt and in Hawaii and all these places?
I've been called to do many things. I've worked with different groups along the way of my development, and I've had some amazing experiences in different places. And I was asked to go to Egypt, not having the funds to do it.
Yes.
And after I accepted the call to go to Egypt, within an hour I had a telephone call which told me that I had sold one of my structures, one of the Stargates structures. Then I had the necessary funds to do the work.
Yes.
So off I went. But it was a journey of evolvement, going back in time to unlock grids and activate codes, like many people have been doing. It was a joint effort of several people, and there are many, many more people at the same time doing this all over the world.
I know, it's wonderful.
It is phenomenal how many people. So that many people are called to do this type of work.
I know.
But I've had some incredible experiences, which at the moment I'm not at liberty to put out there.
Okay.
So it is all about timing. It is coming. It's coming. I am writing a book about these experiences.
Yes.
So, but there is one experience which was quite amazing, because I've always done this on a wing and a prayer. We call it on a wing and a prayer.
Tell me about it.
So I was I was working with a group in Florida,
Yes.
and one of them rang me up and said, "Oh, we're going to Hawaii, then we're going to New Zealand, then we're going to Australia." And I always kind of think, wow, I think in a 3D
Yes.
in a 3D way, how am I going to afford to fly to? It's going to cost quite a lot to get here, get there. So, she said, "Oh, it's okay. You've sold a couple of your Stargates, so you've got to bring a few of your Stargates with you, and that'll pay for everything."
Yes.
So I thought, oh, fantastic! I will go and sell. I will go and borrow the money of a couple of friends, which I did, and then I was off. But it did work out because on my first trip to, I was in Hawaii. The people who took the Stargate there, the group paid for it, and they paid me in gold dollars.
Oh my God.
So, it was an incredible experience to receive these gold coins.
Wonderful.
So they paid me in gold.
Good heavens. It seems appropriate though, doesn't it?
Yes, it was. It was a blessing.
Yeah. Good heavens.
And then you just have to allow Spirit
Yes.
to do their work. You step forward, and they will facilitate. It's having the faith.
Yeah.
And that faith will move mountains.
I've seen it. I know. As more people wake up and realise, and as the energies change, so much more is possible. And that's very exciting, isn't it?
It is.
We are hoping that everything that is supposed to happen in 2012 happens. And I believe it will. Do you?
I do. It is a question of time, and as they've been saying, it is somewhat difficult in the 3D because things take time to come through.
Yes.
It's all right looking from another perspective.
That's right.
From a higher perspective, where things move very quickly, in a sense. But in the 3D, it's very dense. It was very, to me, it was having a remembrance of coming to Earth. It was difficult.
Yes.
I do find it difficult in many ways with the humanness of being here. Even though we're human, but there's a difficulty. I do find it difficulty because I know, in a sense, I'm not human. If that kind of rings a bell.
No, we're spirits.
Yeah, we're spirits, and we're spirits in the material world. So.
But we were taught to see ourselves as bodies, but we're not. We're spirits in a body. The body is the overcoat.
It is. And it's my calling to assist people in remembering that.
Yes.
Is to take away these onion layers.
Yes.
And allow themselves.
Yes.
Because unless you are open to receive, you'll never receive.
That's right. You will stay in 3D.
Unless you ask and it shall be given. Seek and you shall find. If you're open to receive, it's going to come in. Miracles happen every day.
I know. Once you become aware of them, it's and you see things clearly. Life is so different, isn't it?
It is. It's a level of awareness by which we take ourselves from. And we're all masters.
Yes.
We're all masters here, mastering this reality. So it's about ourselves shedding all these unwanted belief systems and patterning, and then stepping into the light.
Yes.
And shine like we should. We are shining.
I know.
We're stars.
But you see, once you step into the light, there is no way on earth you would go back.
No. Well, there's that old saying, as it says in the Bhagavad Gita, my eyes were open with the torchlight of knowledge.
Exactly.
So once your eyes have been opened with the torchlight of knowledge, how can you go back?
You couldn't.
You can't. You can't go back into ignorance
No.
when you've come into the light.
That's right.
And that's what it is. But you can. It's an interesting analogy because you can still sit back even though you're in the light and put that on the shelf and live in ignorance a little bit and think. But still, you have a knowing.
Yes.
Well, you should be doing something.
That's right.
And I think many people out there now have that in the back of their consciousness. They know they should be doing something different, but they don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And that it's on a collective level, it's coming about. So
yeah, it's knowing where to look and who to trust.
Who to trust.
Oh my God, yes.
And I am one of the people who has come to Earth to assist people into taking off these onion layers.
Yes.
And that's all I'm doing.
Yes.
Taking off the onion layers.
And giving us the tools with which to do it.
Empowering you with the tools.
Yes.
Because you already are the tools. You already have the tools.
Yes.
But it's giving you the remembrance of who you are. Because then you no longer need the tool.
I know.
This was an analogy which someone gave me. I couldn't understand why. What was the significance of using, excuse me a second, of using such a tool? Why do you need to use the tool in a physical 3D level?
Yes.
And I never had the answer until I read in the Keys of Enoch that these great beings of light had to come down into the physical realm to do that which they could not do in the higher realms. So they had to come down to this lower density level to put into the morphogenic field, the fields of consciousness where we can do magic.
Yes.
So then I realised that the codes that they've given me and the frequency patterns they've given me by encoding in, or for want of a better word, energising and activating this with these codes, Spirit can use this as a medium. They can come through it as in a physical way, through the physicalness of it, because and the crystalline structure. And each one has a specific crystal.
Yes.
Because crystals, different crystals hold specific codes.
That's right. And we're discovering massive crystals on Earth that are waiting for us to tap into their codes. They're everywhere. But we've never looked at them before, have we?
No, there are many gatekeepers and libraries of crystalline structures.
Yeah.
Which are there waiting to be waiting to be tapped into.
That's right.
And the time is now.
I know.
The time is now.
I know.
So what I think I should do is I should just go over what an activation which I do around the body, which is opening the grids.
Yes.
And there are many activations like this which can be done. Which is part of what I do when I teach people about these tools. I teach workshops by which you can empower yourself to empower others to help themselves.
Yes.
So first of all, I'll step forward and I'll go around the body and outside of the body to activate these codes.
Yes.
So that was one of the activations.
Yes.
The start of activating the star Merkaba around the body.
Yes.
And different people will experience different things with it, depending on your sensitivity
Yes.
and the level of awareness you have, or the density of what's around.
Yes.
Simply it's taking some of the onion layers off
Yes.
and aligning you with your I am presence or your galactic
Yes.
heritage.
And it removes fear,
Fear.
because we've been controlled by fear since birth. And I feel that all this opening up to the light is just seeing how fear is used and not buying into it.
Yeah, it's also difficult for people that so you have to slowly do this. This is a slow process for people. It's a slow process of awareness, because fear, where there's light, darkness cannot be.
That's right.
So the more you increase the light, the more the darkness is going to come. So this is the thing. The more you raise your level of awareness and you put yourself up, you put yourself out there, the more the darkness will come out.
Yes.
So not wanting to bring fear into the equation, you are always protected.
Yes.
And you're always looked after.
Yes.
And there is no death.
Oh, good God, no.
There is no death.
Monty's more active now than he was when he was alive.
Exactly.
You know, he just doesn't stop, as you well know.
What can anyone do to you? And at the same time, you do have to be careful.
Yes.
Don't think, oh, I'm always protected and I can do anything what I want. No,
Yeah.
you still have to use your intelligence. You still have to be careful.
Yes.
So
what are you going to be doing in the future?
I've no idea at this moment in time. I do want to have a centre. At the moment I'm living in Italy.
Yes.
I want to build a centre where I can have all these tools available for people to come
Yes.
and do workshops and study.
Yes.
I would like to buy a place out there, but in time things will come together.
If you believe it will happen, it will happen.
It will. So I have put the call out to anyone
Yes.
who will would love to assist me in this work.
Yes.
Timing is everything, and this is the first time I've asked. So
Yes. Yes. Monty says centres will be available throughout the world to assist people to wake up and realise who they are. And I think that's wonderful.
no, I am truly blessed to be able to give this
Yes.
to people. So
And it's important that people who are able to give and have something to give, to come together and work together to create the centres and the education to enable people to step away from the control system. You know, it takes just a little while for people. You just sow the seed, and when they start researching it for themselves, suddenly it's like the light comes on.
the penny drops.
Oh my God, and it's wonderful. And then they come back to you full of questions, whereas they first, oh, I don't know, oh no, I don't think you're right. But they start researching, and it's all there. It's at our fingertips.
It's a foreign language, you see. This is the
right.
thing. When you're talking about, well, we call New Age information, it's like as if you're talking gobbledygook.
That's right.
But over time you begin to hear these same phrases, same words, and you begin to understand, oh, you've heard them a bit.
Yes.
And
they register.
yeah.
Yeah.
So there's people have been already planting seeds,
Yes.
and all of a sudden you awake.
That's right.
You're awakened. Wow.
I know. Well, Monty wouldn't have asked me to get a Merkaba if it wasn't important. So he was trying to wake me up to all this, but then he was trying to wake me up to so much all at the same time that I couldn't do everything.
No. But the sacred geometry is technical in a way, but not technical.
Yes.
It's the way I use it is to use the tool.
Yes.
And then once you've used the tool, then you can become the tool.
Yes.
So that is it really. It's just aligning yourself with
Yeah.
your own presence and your I am.
Yeah.
And all the knowledge comes through.
That's right.
You become in harmony with yourself.
Yeah.
And you come from the heart, and the greatest thing is love. It's the power of love.
Oh my God, I know Monty. He surrounds me with love all the time, and I'm very conscious of it. And with Monty, for the first time in my life, I learned what real love. I mean, we all know, Hollywood love and all that sort of thing. But when you experience real love that can never ever die, my God, it's amazing. But we've been conned into believing it's all something quite different. It isn't. When two people genuinely love each other, you don't need anything else. Nobody can give you anything else.
No.
You have it all. It's all there.
Because you touch the soul. It's
Exactly.
the love that touches the soul.
Exactly. And I wish to God people would wake up to that instead of the Hollywood version of it. That has really led people down the wrong path. And, I thought I knew all about it. I didn't. I didn't at all. It's once people wake up to the power of love and open up to it, it changes everything.
It does change everything. And there's so much love out there.
I know.
We have angels,
Yes.
guides and teachers,
Yes.
loved ones that have passed over to the other side,
Yes.
and they are bringing so much love
That's
through
right.
that we're almost exploding with love.
That's right.
We have to be ready to receive it.
Exactly.
We have to be ready to receive.
I know. It's fascinating, isn't it?
It is. It's we're living in amazing times.
I know. But so many people are locked into this 3D version of life. And
Well, all that will change very, very soon.
it's going to change very soon.
Very soon.
As we well know. It is. Now, is there anything else you would like to tell us, share with us?
Not at this present moment, except that I think people need to be more aware of the food they're eating,
Yes.
the water they are drinking,
Oh my God, yes.
and how they interact with others.
Yes.
I have one thought about it, that you do unto others as you would do unto yourself.
Yes.
And how would you like to be treated?
Yes.
So if we adopt this philosophy
Mhm.
instead of religions and religious beliefs and patting in, I mean, yes, that all helps, but if we just adopt that, do unto others as we
Yeah.
do unto ourselves, and then that is simple. That just covers everything.
I know. I know.
And the world would be an amazing place. No one would be fighting anymore over this and that,
I know.
or a little patch of land, or, this person's got a bigger car than me. he's got a bigger house than me. I have to go and work harder for that. All these are it's material things.
I know. And I've never seen anyone become happier with material things. Yes, momentarily, but it doesn't last. You know, you can only drive one car at a time.
You can.
I know. And as long as it's still going, what more do you want? I've never craved things like that. That's the rat race that was created for us, wasn't it?
No, it's the hamster wheel.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I got off that a long time ago. I must say I'm happier without it. I don't think I was ever really on it.
Well, this is where the fear mechanism comes in. But I don't think we should go back into all that again, but it's about, as we said before, we're empowering ourselves, and this is this is the time now to be able to stand up and take notice. I will not take this anymore.
That's
I will
right.
empower yourself and come together with like-minded, like-spirited people and become a unit.
That's right.
I mean, an example was given to me that one stick is easy to break,
Yes.
to snap,
Yes.
but several bunches of sticks becomes a bit more difficult to break.
Exactly.
So the more people come together
Yeah.
in a bunch, that will be more difficult to
Yes.
break. And if you come in the same spirit of like-minded, like-spirited, then it becomes more difficult.
That's right. When the 99% realise the strength and the power they have to link with all that is, that's when everything changes. And it's going to happen soon.
It is. Sooner than we think.
Yes. And I find that so exciting. Now, Gordon, people will be interested in acquiring these wonderful, wonderful sacred geometries. You have a website, haven't you?
www.angelic-light.com.
Yes.
And then you can go to this site and you can see some of the tools that I make, but not some of the other. I've only put a small amount on so as not to confuse people.
Yes. But if they want something complicated, then they can.
I can make anything.
Yes, I know that.
So, and that's the gift that Spirit have given me.
I've even seen the great big ones that go over beds.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, they're a little bit complicated, but when people purchase off me some of these tools, these big pyramidal structures, Stargates, I deliver them in person.
Yes.
So that's the thing, and then you need to be aware how to use the tool.
Yes.
So once you know how to use the tool, then it's simple, really. But you need that introduction to the tool.
Yes.
It's no use reading on a piece of paper like you buy a new Black & Decker drill.
Yes.
Or something. You can't just read it. These tools are made for the individual by me.
Yes.
No, I don't get them off the shelf at B&Q.
That's right.
Wherever. I make them for the individual.
Yes.
So that's the difference.
Yes.
It's a personal contact which I like to have with people.
Oh God, it's so important. Yes.
Yes.
It is. Because, buying it, as you say, buying it off the shelf wouldn't mean a thing, would it?
No.
I know you're going off on your travels again and doing exciting things. I'd love you to come back and talk to us about your experiences in your travels. Would you do that?
I would. There'd be more. I'd be able to explain more about what I've had to do with the Stargates at various points around the world.
Yes.
But at this moment in time, I'm not at liberty to give that information out.
Yes. Well, you're always welcome,
Thank you.
and I'm sure everybody will be very excited and interested and wanting to check out your website. And I think, you know, once you have a piece that becomes yours, and it's a very personal thing, isn't it?
It is a very personal thing. I'm not sure if I really explained what to do with the tool, like the one you have.
Would you like to?
I can give a simple thing, a simple introduction. By an analogy, we all have televisions.
Yes.
Yes. So there is, on top of the house, we have an aerial.
Yes.
So the aerial comes down, you get the different channels.
Yes.
So simply this is, for want of a better word, a cosmic aerial or antenna,
Yes.
receiver and broadcaster
Yes.
of divine light energy.
Yes.
So simply by hanging this tool
Mhm.
in an appropriate place, a good place is in the hallway, you can put them in
Yes.
your bedroom, and just on a simple hook into a plasterboard ceiling or a wooden ceiling, and this will activate the light.
Yeah.
And the light code will
Yes.
go out several miles,
Yes.
and such is the power of the code which is given, and it will link into, it will be clearing patterns, helping the ley lines, taking off onion layers.
Yes.
So that is, and all the tools that I have brought through the different guides and teachers that I work with, because I've been referred to as an open channel.
Yes.
So it isn't me, I just am the vessel by which they come through.
Mhm.
So there we are. I do have information, a lot of information about how to use these tools also
Yes.
in printed matter. So I also send that information
Yes.
too.
Yes.
So there's most areas are covered,
Yes.
but you learn a lot. I teach a lot in a workshop situation or
Yes.
in a course manual.
Will you be doing any workshops in England? No.
I haven't planned any as yet,
Mhm.
because I have to travel.
Yes.
So I've been given my orders. So
I know the feeling.
yes, but right now I'm just in this space. So if people want to email me and say they have a group who are interested, no matter
Yes.
what country in the world, I will go.
Yes. Yes.
If the calling is for people,
Yes.
I will come,
Lovely.
and I'll bring these tools, and I'll bring the Stargate,
Yes.
and then we will do what we need to do.
Wonderful. Well, it's been wonderful having you today, Gordon.
It's a real
And
pleasure.
you're always welcome, as you well know. And we look forward to more information from you next time we speak.
Thank you.
Thank you.